Welcome back to another episode of Motogp Mac, and today we're going to talk about Marc Marquez's new diagnosis of diplopia. And I think, firstly, I don't want to sensationalize it, or I don't want to be anything in that controversial way. You know, I'm glad that he's going to be okay, and I'm also very glad that it's not as severe as the episode that he had last year, but it's still going to take some time for him to recover. You know, he's going to go again for checks next week, so it almost certainly rules him out of Argentina and Austin, which is one of his favourite tracks. So maybe he probably won't make it, if I'm honest. He could make it, but you know, while it is less severe, it's his second issue of this. So I think, you know, maybe something that, you know, time is going to be of the essence. However, as I was thinking about it then, and you know, Marquez said, you know, after the last episode, you know, that he's just going to mind his mind and his body, and you know, his actions coming up into this weekend. You know, like, he crashed 4 times over the course of the weekend. You know, 3 of them were fairly major crashes. You know, I do think he took a knock to the head on Saturday in qualifying, and he definitely took a knock to the head on Sunday's warm-up. Now, Sunday's warm-up, he was trying a new setting, job tyres, no need to be going at it 100%, and this is where my worry for Marc is that he hasn't seemed to have matured, you know, to understand you don't have to go flat out to always win the race, or you don't have to, yeah, sure, it's fine to be a competitor like that, but you know, he's doing things unnecessarily. You know, be brave when you need to be brave, be smart most of the time, or the rest of the time. So, and it just, for me, it doesn't see it. And you know, if that is a switch that he can't switch off, that when he gets on that bike that he has to go, then you know, he is seriously going to hurt himself, or you know, do irreparable damage to his mind or his body if he doesn't stop, or if he is not stopped. And I think HRC this time are going to have to step in and push back a little bit on Marc to say, you know, you gotta mature and you gotta stop crashing the bikes, or else they're not going to do it. But realistically, I think Marc and his family do need to have a chat with him and kind of understand what is his motivation. Is it just that he has to win that 9th world title? If it is, you know, like, he has, in my view, nothing left to prove. He is one of the best MotoGP racers ever to have walked this planet. You know, there is no shame in, but you know, he's crashing for nothing. You know, the bike isn't there. Everyone knows that. So why is he trying to force it, that extra step, when he doesn't need to? The tires they knew weren't suiting, you know, or they were an old tire. It's, you know, take the points that weekend, you know, move on to the next one. So for me, you know, I think he's going to come down to either one of 2 things: either that he matures and rests up right now, come back in a couple of races, or maybe it's time that he hangs up the letters and, you know, starts an academy or something like that, you know what I mean, where he can put his focus into developing others. But for me, you know, it's not something that I want to see every weekend. I'm not a major Marc Marquez fan, but I'm also not a hater. You know, what he's done for MotoGP is absolutely amazing. He's really brought it back to life in Spain, and you know, he's just shown us, you know, the evolution of the motorbike rider, similar to what Rossi did, to be fair, but he's just brought it to that next step. You know, Pecco and Quartararo, all of those wouldn't be as good if Marquez wasn't a competitor there already. So he's definitely lifted the level to it, but I personally don't want to see him hurt himself. He has nothing left to prove. He is a great world champion. He's a great 8 world championships. So for me, I think it should either be, you know, it's time to mature, or it's time to hang up the helmet. I'd love to know what you think. Leave your comments below. I will definitely have a reaction, or give you back my thoughts also, and I'll see you again in tomorrow's video. I just want to take a minute to also thank you for watching my videos and the support that you've shown so far. If you haven't subscribed already and you would like to subscribe, it would mean an awful lot to me if you did. I'm starting this channel realistically so that we can all enjoy Motogp together, with the aim of streaming a live video when the GP races are on.